I think that, Red Cloud experienced, kind of a period of decline as a small rural Nebraska town. And I think it's definitely, as far as a rural community, kind of on an upswing. And it's really interesting town. There's just so many quirky, neat things about it because of Willa Cather's history here, but also because, there's kind of like secret baseball history. There's a lot of agribusiness here. There's just a lot going for Red Cloud, and I think that those great things about Red Cloud are sort of disparate, and a child development center, I think, would really bring all of those great things about Red Cloud together and make a lot of the efforts to make this town thrive kind of coalesce.
Well, if you were a person that had never heard of the Child Development Center, I guess I would start from scratch and tell you that we have a desperate need for care for children. And if we're going to give children care, why not give them the best care? So this isn't just about building a building so that children have a place to go when their parents work. It's the idea that children have a place to go where they're going to learn and get better and better. Their brain, their bodies, everything. They're just going to develop better. And so we really need this in a rural setting. Our kids deserve it just as much as kids in a bigger area, a metropolitan area. I mean, if I had a choice between riding in a Volkswagen and a Cadillac, I would take the Cadillac. And if our children need childcare, why not give them the best?
I'm a member of the Red Cloud Community Foundation Fund, currently serving as a chair. And back in 2012, we went through a process called action planning, where the Nebraska Community Foundation led us in a community survey, basically. It was a series of meetings where everybody in the community was invited in. Out of that, we came up with two top priorities. The second being to have a child care center, and that's what we're in the process of working on to get started and complete.
As time passed, we morphed into creating a high-quality child development center. Part of this happened because of the encouragement from the Nebraska Community Foundation, and they encouraged us to dream big. We did what we knew was best for children also, and that was to begin the creation of a high-quality child development center.
I actually haven't heard about a program exactly like what Red Cloud is undertaking, and so that's pretty exciting and interesting, especially the degree to which the entire community is invested in the project, and where there's some leadership with strong ties both to the state and to the community. I'm especially interested in the degree to which Red Cloud has undertaken this project as a systems change effort. People often talk about, is this just daycare or is it education? And I'm sorry, but you can't care for children without educating them, and you can't educate children without caring for them.
Early childhood care is important as far as I'm concerned, because you have to get these little bodies when they're young, and you have to get them while they're developing, while their brain is developing. And sometimes the home isn't enough.
Families with young children are at the most difficult part of their family life. Usually the least financially stable, the least educated and experienced in their careers. And so having high quality early education for their children allows their whole family to advance.
In the educational setting, I know if a kid, say, has dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia, a critical time is early intervention for those things. After 7 years of age, it is so difficult for the interventions that we're trying to implement to have the maximum effect. We've got to get them before 7 years of age.
We were fortunate enough to have the city of Red Cloud donate us a plot of land that's just to the east of the Cherry Corner Assisted Living.
With a full staff, we'll be able to ensure that it's open daily for a set number of hours. So parents and employers will really be able to rely on that as an option for care of their children.
What I'm paying for my in-home provider per hour is how we have set the rate. So if you look at what my child is getting right now, which is good care, it is good care, but this will be an even greater all-inclusive program for nearly the same price.
You know, you talk about economic development in small towns, and everybody's first idea is we need to get a factory in here. The simple fact of it is that isn't going to happen to everybody. It's going to happen to very, very few people. But if you take something that can employ 10 people, that's pretty big in a town like Red Cloud.
Our family owns 2 businesses, and we have tried to hire people in the past, and we've had a couple of ladies who have actually had to quit working because they had no child care, no place to take their children. And, you know, it's tough as an employer to get people to come here. So by having a development center like this, it's big, and it will draw people to come to our community and maybe buy homes there and live there because they have a place for their children.
You know, our town we're far enough from a big city that I think there's a lot of services that can be provided locally that I think, you know, people will really support. Frees up some parents that have had dreams of doing something but just didn't know how they could get their 8 to 5 off to do something. I'm hoping this frees them up to where they can pursue that.
You know, young people with options, they're going to look at where can my little kids go to be safe and be healthy, but also really learn and be kindergarten ready, be reading proficiently by the 3rd grade. I mean, all these things that we know about child development that we didn't know as well 10, 15, 20 years ago.
This will benefit the areas around Red Cloud as well as Red Cloud. This isn't just a Red Cloud thing. If it were, it would be called the Red Cloud Child Development Center. It's not. This is for the whole area, the valley.
I think having a child center will make it easier to hire people just for the fact that that's one thing they don't have to go look for. I mean, it's tough enough moving to a different town and finding a house, and having some place to start will be a good thing.
Is going to help Red Cloud attract professionals to the area who want to live in a thriving community that's committed to young children, families, and the well-being of all in the community.
The Valley Child Development Center will be operated as a 501c3 not-for-profit organization. So the reason for that is because we want to keep the cost low for the families that will be utilizing the center. We know that we can't rely on earned income to pay the expenses of employing the staff and operating the facility. So as a nonprofit, we'll be able to accept donations and grants to help support those operations and ensure that our children are getting a very high quality experience, and also that the employees of the center are receiving equitable pay for the services that they're providing.
To date, Dennis just counted the other day and said there are over 33 people that are all working in some direct capacity towards this creation of the Child Development Center. So it takes a lot of people to do this, but we're really fortunate to have the wide array of backgrounds and expertise that we have to serve.
We need your support for the Valley Child Development Center. We need to improve the quality of living in Red Cloud, and the best way to do that is to support our children.
So the school district would really just like to support an organization that's going to offer stimulating activities and professional care for children when they can't be in our program or in their own homes. We want to know that they're going to be safe and secure with people that love them and that will care for them as the best as they can.
I think that this is an opportunity and a benefit for both children and the elderly here at Cherry Corner Estates. You may find that some of the best relationships and friendships come from somebody that's 95 and somebody that's 5. I'm a supporter. I hope you are all supporters as well.
I believe in the Early Childhood Development Center because our children need it. They are our future, and the earlier that we can get them, their minds stimulated, the more productive citizens they will be for Red Cloud and for everywhere.
So we are excited to bring the Valley Child Development Center to the city of Red Cloud. It is first-class child care and development that you will not see for miles and miles around our area, inclusive from 6 weeks up to age 12, after-school programs, summer, we've got it all. I fully support this project and I hope to see your donation as well. Thank you.
I really honestly believe that no one should work and make a living off of Red Cloud all their lives and not give back. That there's a lot of ways to give back. It doesn't have to be monetarily evenly. It could just be positive conversation, and I really think it's important for everyone to do that.
The Valley Child Development Center will offer affordable, reliable, high-quality child care for the children, families, and businesses in Red Cloud and for those surrounding areas. The project will be here to serve many generations in the future. I support this monumental project. I think it's a real game changer, and we hope that you will support it also.
Communities need high quality, affordable, and reliable child care to thrive and flourish. And Red Cloud and the surrounding communities are no different. Children do better in school, children have fewer behavioral problems, and good child care can result in up to 13% return on your investment. Please donate money to the Valley Child Development Center to help us bring this amazing facility and service to Red Cloud, surrounding communities, and our children.